Hey guys, it's Courtney here, and I have this big box here. But before I get to that, I want to show a couple outfits that came, or a couple pieces, I guess, that came in the mail as well. Some today and some came the other day. I really love the brand Stem Baby. One of my favorite outfits that I ever had for one of my babies was, it was a size newborn. It was for my boys, and I wound up selling it on because I kept going through stages of I only want, you know, size 3-month babies, or so on and so on. And I finally, you know, reached a point where I really do love my collection, and I love what I have, which is like my girls are 3-month size, all my boys are newborn size, and it helps me like limit the amount of clothing I get, etc. So unfortunately, because of the timing, I wound up selling that outfit, and I forever regretted it. But it was by Stem, and it's kind of rare to find baby Stem clothing, because there's not like set places that sell it, or if they do, it's only like maybe 1 or 2 outfits in total. So I always keep an eye on them, places like eBay, and I think like Nordstrom sometimes sells them. It's just hit and miss. But I did manage to find a couple like dresses on eBay. This one here is very brand new. It actually came with tags, but I have since removed the tags. It's this little like jersey dress, kind of like a sweatshirt material, but a little bit thinner. And it's just really simple gray, and it has like this kind of mustard yellow trim. It's not the prettiest in the world, but I do like that it says lots of love, and it's super soft. It's like an organic, made from organic materials, which is typically like very soft and very nice. And so really love it, good quality. And then this one is, I think, gently used, but it's the same style. Exact same style, but just a different pattern. It's bright, very colorful, the different blues, some like darker teals, heather gray. I love it. Very, very pretty. Perfect for fall and winter, both these. Now this is what I was aiming for, but the person who was selling this was selling things like in a little small lot. So with this dress came this top right here, which is quite adorable. It's by Sage Creek Organics. And it's just got a little mommy baby elephant. I will say the little arm, the little handhold, this is a size 3 months, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 0 to 3 months. The little like cuffs is so tiny. Thankfully it's pretty stretchy, but I'm almost a little worried about, you know, putting it on Rosanna. It definitely won't fit Caroline, but maybe it'll fit Emily. If not, you know, I can always pass it on. It also came with this little pair of shorts. They are really cute, really simple. I'll have to see what shirts I have that might match it, but if not, again, I'll pass it on. But very, very soft. This is by Splendid. I love it. Alright, so now let's get to this box here. So this is, of course, another Ashton Drake baby. You can recognize the box, or at least some of you do. Now I know what's in here, and one thing I wanted to show you guys is in my previous video, or one of my previous videos, I opened a Katie Webb, and once I had turned the camera off and was basically like I was removing her, I had already removed her clothing from the video, but she was wearing this little bracelet that had her name on it. And when I took the bracelet off, for one, it just completely shattered. It was almost like barely hanging on. So I did catch her like letter beads in here. But unfortunately, this is what I discovered underneath the bracelet. So apparently, apparently the bracelet had bled the ink from the letters onto her vinyl, which of course I was not happy with. Very frustrated. I wound up contacting the seller about it, and she was not very cooperative. And so I actually wound up going to Facebook, not naming any names, and just giving my opinion on what they thought I should do. I paid $93.50 for her, $93.50 for her, which the seller was arguing, even with the ink, she was a really good bargain because she's very rare, etc. And to which, you know, my response was, well, I do understand that, but I do know that me personally, I would have never paid anything for a doll with ink on it because it's such a pain to get rid of. It is a process. I've actually never done it successfully. I have started trying to get the ink off a doll via, I think they recommend like Oxy 10 or there's I think a couple other ones you can use, and I've just never been able to get it all successfully. Anyway, I posted on Facebook just to tell the situation and asked what people thought, and the vast majority said that I should keep her and just do the protocol, whatever, for just removing the ink. I was actually a little bit surprised about that. I was not at all like upset about that answer because I legitimately wanted people's opinion. Like, what would you do? I kind of hated that the seller wasn't helping, really. You know, she was just kind of being, and I understand, I mean, she didn't know it was there. But, I mean, that's why you look over a doll thoroughly, especially one that's probably just been sitting around. I mean, that would have just taken a very small effort to, you know, move the bracelet aside and see the ink marks and just tell them to post, yada, yada, yada. And the other side of that is I guarantee she probably wouldn't have gotten near as much for her had that been revealed. But regardless, so I kind of feel like I got duped with that, but I'm going with what the majority asked me to and decided to keep her because I could have filed a claim and got my money back and shipped her out. I know I could have. But I said, you know what, I don't feel like dealing with drama right now, and the seller was not happy, of course. So anyway, so I just said, you know what, I will drop it and we'll go from there. So far, Grace, the Ashton Grace baby I got, she was blue when she came. And now my second baby has ink on her arm, so we're going to see if this is going to be successful. Now, I will go ahead and say, I do know from the pictures that I saw that this doll, his head is off. I don't know why his head is off, but just FYI, I do at least know that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, actually, that's very nice of them, because I was thinking the only thing that had me worried about the head being off was the fact that it would be harder to get in and fix it onto the disc to be able to connect it back onto the head or a cloth body, etc. So I'm glad that they did that at least for me. That saves me a lot of grief. Oh, and they also included this, so they know, they must know I'm going to be putting it on a cloth body. Good for them. So this is, of course, the Charlie, the male version of, put those down here, the male version of what Katie is. And honestly, he actually looks to be the absolute best conditioned Charlie I've seen in a while. I want to look him over really good. But yeah, like, I don't see even the slightest, I can't tell if that's that might be some bluing there. I can't quite tell. But even so, that's very minimal. If this is an older Charlie, it would definitely have been quite a bit bluer if it was going to be an issue. So, oh good. Well, that's wonderful. He has his original little sweater. Let's take that off. He doesn't have, oh, look at the little knit hat. So he does have the booties. Did he, I can't remember if the original Charlie had like a little, a knit, like diaper cover. I don't, maybe he didn't. But anyway, this is adorable. So you got the sweater and the little hat and the booties. So that's cute too. He is an anatomically correct doll, if you didn't know. But I'm going to actually be taking him apart. I'm not going to be reborning his belly plate because it's hard as a rock. So even if you were to cut it, it's so hard that, you know, most other belly plates can wrap around or lay flat onto a cloth body. This would not. just because it's so hard. It's just basically, it's just very, very stiff, almost like plastic. So I won't even be entertaining the idea of doing, you know, keeping anatomically correct parts and everything, because I like putting them on the cloth body. But anyway, he's fantastic. I'm actually very super pleased with this purchase, more so than my other two. And yay, thank you, seller, for the, I'm gonna have to actually contact them and thank them for fixing this cord on there, so I won't have to go fighting for the disc inside the head. It's possible, but oh my word, it's such a pain to do. Alright guys, well, wonderful. This was a very successful box opening. Hope you enjoy watching, and I will definitely be getting around to reborning these two. Okay, I just wanted to compare. This must be a newer, see, I like how they're like subtly different. I don't think I realized. So either, I mean, he's definitely lighter in skin color, which makes me think he's a newer Charlie version. But like, 'cause, I mean, for one, she's darker, he's much lighter. But then also they're like, I didn't realize how different their expressions were. I mean, for the most part, they look the same, but there's just like subtle differences, which I love. Because I was thinking about making them boy and girl twins, but I was thinking, oh, they look too much alike. Which you can still do, but still, I like having subtle differences, and they do have subtle differences, so that's good. Perfect. So that'll be good to work with. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in another video very soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, maybe take a second to hit the subscribe button. If you want to, that is. No pressure. But if you decide to do so, there's also a bell notification right next to that subscribe button. You can't miss it. That way you will always get notified every time I upload a video. Again, that's also extremely optional. No pressure. But we have fun here, so it can't hurt, right? Ha! Courtney out.